Hello, everybody. My name is Luchara, and this is Eco Survival, my community server, my 10th community server. It is day 11, I believe, and things are looking up. We have steel, we have reinforced concrete. You can see some up there. People are getting their tier 3 buildings going. Hello, Kitty. Hello, Punch. Hello, Darth Arrow. How's everybody doing this evening? Decided to do a little evening stream. Well, I decided to because I couldn't do my stream at my normal time today. I had to go shovel my father out so he could go to a doctor's appointment. As I'm sure most of you know at this point, he's been having issues with his heart lately. He's not allowed to do anything extraneous like shovel. So, and we got a lot of snow last night, like a lot of snow. So yeah, that was instead of streaming this afternoon, I was digging my father out. So tonight, I'm actually not sure what exactly I am going to do for the stream. I might work on my new workshop. Oh, it's absolutely a shameless advertisement, Ori, if you're here. All right, so I just sold out of asphalt. I saw that. That just happened. Okay, we still got 3 windmills, 2 water wheels, no wood carts. We have 1 wood shop cart. Hey, back and forth. Hey, please. How's everybody doing tonight? All right, so people have sold me lots of crushed. So we can make some more asphalt here. We're going to have to eat. Long time no see, indeed. All right, how's my balance? Oh, I need vitamins. Oh, I need vitamins bad. Hey, Elserk. So yeah, so Thursday, so less than 2 days from now, um, a whole bunch of late game skills are going to come out. Kitty, is the research started yet? Because you're probably going to need a bunch of crap from me, right? For the research. Like there's a bunch of like steel plates and gears and crap or axles. I forget what it is, but there's a bunch of stuff for me, I'm pretty sure. If I remember correctly. Yeah. In case anybody didn't know. Being a road builder uses a lot of calories. Axle and gear and plate, all 3, awesome. All right, so hopefully there's still lots of iron out there. Oh, there's all kind. 200. Oh yeah, no, okay. Punch has 2200 iron. Bori has 700 iron, so we're good. Yeah, versus the axle. Yeah, you'll be getting to it in like an hour. Currently working on writing. No, no, I was just curious. Because if that was something that I could, that I could focus on. Now we need protein. Big roast, yummy. All right. And I just want to mention, thank you, Kitty. I am now renting from Kitty, so my housing bonus is 45. I did mention to Kitty that I was going to be tearing down my house to make my industry workshop, and I wouldn't have a place to live, so she graciously offered me a room to rent. So yeah, because axles are 1 bar to 1 axle, right? Whereas the plates and the gears are, you get 2 for 1 bar. It's half a bar, right? So yeah. All right, that's fine. I'll just buy some iron off punch and make those when the time comes. You need 200 axles. Oh, okay. Maybe I should start that. Maybe I should start that. Let's get that going. You make me sleep in the bedrooms meant for the mining slave people, the mining employees, Kitty, they're employees, paid employees. Okay, so what are we looking at here? I need some papooses for better balance. I know I should probably carry food with me, but I just don't carry food with me. You got plenty of time, which put it off till Thursday morning. No, I'm not putting it off till Thursday morning. If industry isn't, I'm assuming that's for industry research. If industry's not done, none of the other things really matter. I guess you could do oil drilling. No, you can't. You can't do anything without industry because you can't make oil drilling can't make barrels without industry because you got to give them the electric machinist table. The composites and advanced masonry can't do anything. I guess baking could advanced baking could live. I don't know if it's just me or if Bori is or if Rico is. I assume if anybody, it'd be Bori and Rico, right? Because they have mechanics. Because the industries can be rough if you don't have mechanics because you need like, well, I guess it's more electronic stuff that needs mechanics, like the copper wire. Mechanics makes copper wire, which obviously you can't really do anything electronics wise without copper wire. So yeah, so it'll either I assume be just me or those guys. But I have a big workshop plan. So basically, this whole I'm not sure it's either going to start here or I'm going to move all this stuff. Oh, first of all, I got rid of my automatic BU4 store. It's just incorporated into this store now. I have and don't you don't need to sell stuff to me anymore. I have enough. I have enough materials built up right here to make like 7 BU4s at this point, and I'll keep an eye on it and you know top it up. I doubt there's gonna be many more BU4s needed, so I got rid of the store because the reason why is because I had a dedicated stockpile down, it was right over there for that store. But I'm in the process of clearing all this out to put another large lumber stockpile down here. And I didn't want to dedicate an entire large lumber stockpile just to the BU4 store. So instead, we'll just, do the BU4s a little differently. But yeah, if it runs out, it runs out. I don't think it's going to run out. I was wondering too, is there any oil drillers that still need refineries or pump jacks? Like I'm hesitant to stock too many of them without knowing they're going to be used. If that makes sense, right? If people need them, I can make more. That's not a problem. But I don't want to. I don't want to make any unless I have to, right? But yeah, you're all set. Okay. Yeah, there's like how many people taking oil drilling? There's a few, right? Like there's you. Um, get um, Stealth. Are you taking oil drilling? No, you're probably taking composites, right? You need a rolling mill and four refineries. Okay, I should be able to do that. You don't need any more pump jacks. Manny is refineries. How many pump jacks do you have? Like, I mean, you do you, but in my experience, like one refinery can service like 10 pump jacks. I'm just curious how big of a setup you're going if you need 4 refineries. And maybe they changed it too. That's just my experience as an oil driller in the past. But as you can see here, I have 1,500 reinforced concrete, which should be enough for my big industry workstation. I have rolling mills. I have 2 rolling mills, Skull, so you can come get a rolling mill whenever, and I'll get those oil refineries to you. I just need to make more gears here. So if anybody's wondering why, if you've noticed, I'm doing like 21 of something or 42 of something. It's because of the perk. Or I guess yeah. So let's go down to 20. Maybe this is not one of the things that's a good example for. So if you do 20 iron gears, right, it costs 10 bars. If you go up to 21, it's still only 10 bars, right? That's why I've been doing 21. But I guess it doesn't work at 42. Maybe I've been doing that wrong. No, it stays at 20. Yeah, okay. Anyway, you use 1 or 2 per material. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can make them if you want them. I usually just, when I'm an oil driller, and hey, everybody has their own style. Hey, Lord Frost. Lord Frost has played before on my servers twice at least. Server 6 and 7, I think, Lord Frost. And the Lord has returned to the castle, so to speak, and is living just off the tunnel up here. right here. 6 and 7 you were on for sure. Were you on 8 as well? I like the mortar stonework here. Just against the natural sandstone, I think it looks pretty good. Oh, do you not have a truck? Do you want a truck? I can make another truck. Is there any trucks for sale? Yeah, I find I usually my refineries when I'm oil drilling, I just I queue up 200 epoxy and then 200 plastic, and it eats the calories, but it can, in my experience, it can keep up. I usually go with 10 pump jacks maximum. Yeah. I might move this store too. Um, you do? Okay. Well, let me make sure. Okay, there's other mechanics have some. There's Bori has 3 available, and Bori actually charges less than I do. So I would recommend getting one from Bori. Um, so yeah, this large lumber stockpile, which as you can see, I'm not really using right now because the store doesn't reach it. So I'm hesitant to use it because I don't want stuff that I want to sell to accidentally go in it. But I think if I just move the store to like right here, so if you're coming to me to this store, you're gonna have to like walk in. Actually, let's just move it right now. And correct me if I'm wrong, if you move a store and drop it, it remembers all your prices and stuff, right? Like before I do this, I won't have to redo all my prices, right? Should I take a screenshot? It does remember. Okay, that's what I thought. Is that bug there where it like doubles still? You know what I mean? Like it lists everything twice. I think it'll reach that empty fourth large. Okay, so there we go. So I can start using this now. So yeah, let me grab some lumber here. And what kind of lumber were we using here? Just lumber. Do I have lumber? I got hardwood. Softwood. I got hardwood and softwood. Do I not have lumber? Calorie, do you have any lumber right now? No, it says I'm only looking for 36, so I must have some. Am I blind? Obviously, I'm blind. Right here. Found it. Just so people aren't confused, right? We'll put the window there. Put the windows in there. Just so people don't come up and try to, right? There we go. I mean, it's right there. As soon as you walk through the door, it's there, so it should be fine. Yeah, I had some. I just couldn't find them because I'm blind. Um, but yeah, I actually spent a long time. I'm ticked off of myself. I spent a long time today planning out my workshop, my tier 3 workshop, and I screwed it up. So for this workshop, just switch over. So I just used the spreadsheet to plan it out. So this is my tier 2 workshop here that use bricks and stuff, right? That's already built. And so this is the new one that I'm planning to build tomorrow or today or whenever. And I got it all in, and it was like, oh man, this fits in a much smaller area than I thought it was going to. And then I realized that I forgot the robotic assembly line, which is huge, which is a huge workstation. So I'm going to have to put that like here and extend this wall out even further. I mean, it's already 14 by 21 and 8 high. It's got to be 8 high because, or well, 6 high. Like when I say 8 high, like the floor, 6, and then the ceiling. So anyway, because some is that high. Yeah, how big is the, oh, there's skull. How big is the, I forget the assembly line. Let's just put this in chat. And yes, I realize nobody has one of these right now. It's not what I'm trying. Just trying to see how big it is. Oh, well, it's not that big. 4 by 5 by 4. Yeah, you nailed it, Calorie. So yeah, I'll just need to push that wall out a little bit. The only problem is, so my plan stockpile wise is to have 4 down here, right? So I already got 2. Then we'll have 1 there, 4 on up on the roof, right? Where I already have 2. The problem is if my robotic assembly line, calorie has 290 normal lumber. Like, so the robotic assembly line would be like back here somewhere. Problem is it's not going to reach like half the stockpiles, or at the very least, it's not going to reach this one or the one underneath, right? And for something that's making finished products, I mean, it should be fine as long as it reaches this one, which will actually be moved a bit because it'll have to be raised up at the very least. Also, Punch, thank you for the water. I asked Punch to dig this, or not dig, I dug it to make this. Oh, I'm stuck, aren't I? To make this water, there we go, water for me, so that I can have power. Because I'm gonna need power. I mean, I can just use on stock. Because Punch, where did you even get the water from, Punch? By the way, from the river, or from this pond? I guess the river's probably closer, right? Oh, I mean, where did you get your water from? I know, I know you made this from yours. That's why I asked you. Where did you get yours from originally? Is what I was sorry. I should have been more specific. Where did you get yours from originally? All right, so let's see if there's any steel bars on the market. There is not steel bars on the market. Okay. You got it 300 meters away. So the river. You got it from the river. Okay. Well, actually, you can see Punch's water wheels up there. Let's go take a look at Punch's water wheels. Shall we? If I can get up there. I think I can get up there. Griffin had some steel bars earlier today. I bought a truckload. He still had more, but I didn't go. So this is Punch's mechanical power. Yeah, it's just I'm gonna need a ton of steel on Thursday. I mean, I don't need it now. Um, I mean, I need it to make rolling mills, and like that's it, right? But yeah, if you have excess steel, Don, I will take it. I don't need any more reinforced concrete. I'm sure other people do, but I think I have enough. I have like 1,500 of it. Um, but yeah, come Thursday, I'm gonna need to make a ton of steel plates for modern upgrade twos. Steel plates and steel gears, I think, for modern upgrade twos. Right? Concrete sells like fresh popcorn still. It's always gone a few minutes. Hey, good, 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 good. Is anybody else been able to make it? Like, are any of the smelters selling rebar? Like to make that? To make it? I know you make your own rebar. No. Somebody's buying rebar. Axel. Axel's buying rebar. Here's Axel. Oh, yeah, the road. It's funny because like only one half of the road had been there for the longest time, and it made it seem like Axel's house was like way off the road when that actually wasn't the case. All right, so what's Calorie got going on over here? We're overpassing the road here. Oh, I can see the truck coming. I can see the exhaust. Okay, okay. I can dig this. Nice. Yoink. Right into Calorie's bedroom. All right. You were focusing steel on that. Yeah, no, I understand completely. And I'd rather you do that, especially like, you know, I'm glad you have been, I guess is what I'm saying, because reinforced concrete is more important than me stockpiling steel bars at this point. Around this time tomorrow, I'll start getting really hungry for steel bars, right? But yeah, I'd really like to get modern upgrade tubes out as soon as possible. Or any skills that need more people. You have a star without use. I know the cooks were struggling to get crops, or have been struggling to get crops, like stuff like beets, for example. But I know Sandman took gathering last night. I'm hoping that fills that gap. Right? There's no pineapples, there was barely any beets. Trying to think, there's some other things that have consistently been like an issue. I forget. Like there's tomatoes. There's tomatoes and not much else on the market. There's all kinds of tomatoes. The farmers can't seem to keep up. I think it's just because, and it's not even so much that there's a lot of cooks, it's that people are being really active, right? And people that are playing actively need to eat, right? But that's the only possible thing I could think of, Vitco, would be to do farming or gathering. But like I said, somebody just took it last night because we were low on it. Does anybody else? Can anybody else think of anything that might be a bit low still? Do I have? I keep thinking my store is there. My store isn't there anymore. All right, so I have everything else in stock. I have everything in stock. Copper wiring. I will. Actually, let's make some copper wiring in case the glass workers want to make some light bulbs, right? That's a lot of copper wiring. It'll get used. It'll get used. I don't know. Other than that, Vitco, other than food, I mean, you're already a butcher, right? You're already kind of a food provider. Um, and JD there, back and forth in game, said if you do go gathering, he will make seeds for you. So what do I want to like? I'm debating what I want to do tonight. What should I do tonight, folks? I was thinking about widening the tunnel. ESO's working on this one. Should I already start to make 100 radiators? You mean heat sinks? Yeah, I'm assuming you mean heat sinks. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess I could. I could get in front of that, right? Because they're just made here. Oh, I got to make anyway. Yeah, I'll do that later. But the big tunnel that goes out to the desert, which is like Griffin and Skull, uh, that hasn't been widened at all. It's still 3 wide, and maybe like I don't know. Maybe most people don't use it often, but I'm out there a lot, right? Like I bought a lot from Griffin and Skull. This tunnel. I mean, it's been this width, and it's still just stone road, right? Like nobody's touched this tunnel in like I'm gonna say a week, but a week is wrong. Nobody's touched this tunnel. I mean, this part, Ishmael, I believe, has been working on. Oh, Bori is working. Oh, what is going on here? Bori's taking a break, I guess. Can you teabag in this game? um, he's dead, Jim. So yeah, I was gonna say Ishmael, I believe, is working on this tunnel because Ishmael lives right here, or Ishmael's store is right here. Um, Other than that, the tunnel has not been widened. Too much copper farming. Yep, he's been inhaling those copper fumes. So I was thinking, what one project I could do? Could work on I could work on my basement. I could work on making stockpiles bigger in the basement. I mean, I don't want to do a world tour because I just did a world tour Sunday stream, right? I don't want to do world tours of back-to-back streams. Oh no, somebody started widening here. Let's just do this for now. And I did my tier 2 workshop on a stream, so I don't want to do my tier 3 workshop on a stream. Although I'm sure me mining is not the most exciting thing in the world. So let's talk. What is everybody most excited about in update 10? I know a lot of people are excited about boats. I know a lot of people are excited about settlements. I know some people are excited about like more character creation options. I'm curious, what are people most pumped about? Can I say go that way was always use the road swamp? You go this way. Wait. So you live over here, Stuffs. You go up through the swamp and then cut over, is what you're saying. You do go up here, you just don't go through this tunnel. I mean, yeah, it makes sense for you to go the other way. You're most excited about a new server in a few months. That is what the new update. No, that's not what it means, Kitty. But so yeah, so update 10, they're trying. They said they're going to do a public play test on April 3rd. I posted this in the Discord, but I want to say it again here. Public play test means that it'll be playable on some of the official servers. It will not be available for me to put on my server. So I would say you're looking at mid-April, late April, if not May, before I could put it on a server. So I'm assuming that people, once we get closer and we know when the date's going to happen, people would rather wait and wait till, yeah, it'll be server 12, right? So this is 10 January, probably mid late February before this server ends, right? I haven't picked the date yet, but I'm leaning towards I'd have to look at the calendar here. Give me a sec. Let me look at the calendar. So if this server ends February 18th or 19th is where I'm leaning, but that could go, like 1 week either way. Which means the next one would, in theory, be middle of March, right? Because we play for 4 to 6 weeks, and then we take a few weeks off, and then right? But we start in March, that means we'll be ending in mid-April, right? But what if the update comes out in mid-April? Like, are we gonna do back-to-back servers? Like, anyway, that's something we can discuss when we get a little closer to it. The other thing is, like, when the new update comes, the mods might not be updated yet, right? So we might have to wait if we want to have big shovel and stuff. A big update like this. Oh, speaking of mods, hey Bori. I think Bori's in the stream. What was I talking about? Oh, mods. The colored brick mod, I think, has been updated finally. So I might add it to the server, like this server. I'm just hesitant. What if it doesn't work? Okay, this is just getting creepy. Right? Like, or he's being a supervisor. No, I don't know. I already have enough people watching me. Go away. Yeah, colored concrete, right? Like, even though we're kind of moving past bricks, I mean, people, oh, I just realized I don't have any food on me, so I gotta go home anyway. They're gonna think they scare me away, but really, I'm out of food. All right, well, time to run over some protesters. You know what the biggest thing they need to add to this game is a horn for your truck. That more important than boats, more important than settlements. Oh, somebody asked what were settlements. So settlements are like you can make like a town, um, and each town can have like its own laws and own currency and stuff. Is basically how it works. So we'll definitely play around with it. I am a bit of a control freak with the server, so we'll see how that goes. But we'll definitely try it at least once. You'd probably wait, skip the chance of crashing the server. Yeah, I'll see. I mean, maybe I'll kind of. Oh, should I sell this to you, Punch? You want some granite? Yeah, it's like jumping when you're driving, right? So yeah, that's settlements. I mean, it's a little more to it than that, but that's the single. Yeah, yeah, I probably will. But I mean, does anybody know? I'm assuming. Does anybody play on any other servers? Like I know, like Josh, who's been on all 10 of my servers. He'll go back and forth. He plays on dad speed casually. And like one day he'll log into my server, the next day he'll log into dad speed. But does dad speed use that mod? Does anybody know? I don't even know. Kitty wants a plug. Special bonus issue of the Leslie Nopes coming out in a few minutes. Lord Frost says settlement sounds super crazy. How big a server do you need to have countries or federations? Yeah. Well, that's the thing, right? I probably could have. This world could have probably been smaller. I know there were some people wanted the smaller world this time, and I originally started making a smaller world. Um, but like, it was never good, right? I think Ishmael wants to sell me copper, so let's try to eat some copper here. So I kind of was like, all right, I'm gonna try a larger world once and see if it's any better, and it was. All right, let me raise my copper limit here for Ishmael's sake. There, I want extra 100 there now. Check the crushers. Where's the elevator at? Can't get up there, Punch. The elevator's up. Or do you just mean check them on the map? See if they're thirsty. Oh, they're thirsty. Bitco says a pretty new eco. I'm wondering what's the difference between gathering and farming. So gathering just means every time you gather a crop, like with your hand or whatever, you get extra, right? Farming, um, farming allows you to make seeds. That's it. Hmm. I got a phone call from Statistics Canada. I'm overpaying for copper. Wiring's not at 5 still, is it? What? Wiring's not at 5. Well, what's copper going for? Oh, it's mostly going for 2.5. I'm paying 50 cents more than what the going rate is in my shop. I know you're charging 2. Um, yeah, I don't know. I haven't been charging 5 for wire in a long time. So I don't know. I don't know why other people are. I can't I can't tell you why other people price things the way they do. Um, yeah, all right, so let's eat, gather some food. Yeah, my wire's been 3.5 for a while. Basically since like the blast furnaces came out. All right, so if I'm gonna go out into the wilderness. I need to take some food with me. I need a carb. Carb. What's the carb? Carb. All smooth gut noodle rolls. Whatever that is. All right. Back to the salt mine. Figurative. And I mean, if other people match your copper price, then maybe I'll lower mine. Does anybody have gold yet? I mean, gold's not to electronics. That doesn't really matter. But yeah, what were we talking about? So yeah, farming just makes seeds. Gathering is the more important. That's why back and forth mentioned that if you take gathering, he'll make seeds for you because he's a farmer. So it basically means you don't need to take farming if you want to be able to gather. You just take gathering instead. You got gold at 2 each also. Okay, and correct me if I'm wrong. Like, isn't copper and gold, like, isn't the concentrate recipe for those not as efficient as iron? Like, shouldn't copper be a little more than iron and gold be a little more than copper? Or is that not the case anymore? Well, right now, aren't you still using a rocker box to concentrate stuff? Like, yeah, it's way worse than it. Later on, when you have the froth flotation cell, yeah, that stuff should not be the same as iron. Oh, you set it for the froth level. Yeah, they don't use the screening machine. Screening machine is just iron. So yeah, you're still using a rock. I mean, hey, you do you. I'm done being the price police after I got angry in server 7 and chased at least one player away. That's just my opinion. Is should be a little. They should be a little more, not drastically more. Like, if I was a smelter and 2 was the going rate for an iron bar, I would probably have copper at 2.5 and gold at 3. But um, also I find, and I mean, this thing right here is about to make my next point look bad. But in my opinion, copper and gold are generally speaking harder to find than iron, right? Yeah, gold is. They need to make gold more useful, would be one thing, one balance change I think they need to do. Like, yeah, right now you need. Basically, electronics comes out day 15, right? So there's going to be like a 5-day period, like day 15 to 20, where you're going to need a ton of copper and gold. Then after that, you'll basically never use gold again. And it's just those 5 days. Like, it's crazy. Bach and Forth says the plan is set up a free auto crops to seed store with a ton of farming tables with labor at it. Nice. Yeah, like Craig said, you need way more iron, and iron never really goes away, right? Because you need iron to make steel, right? I guess Ashlar uses gold. That's true. That's true, Don. And honestly, maybe, you know what? I'm leaning towards not putting the colored bricks mod in. I feel like more people will buy Ashlar if the colored bricks aren't there, right? But I want to mention Ashlar furniture uses gold. So I just contradicted myself. I realized that. Only the furniture uses gold. Ashlar blocks themselves, they do use steel, but not gold. That is a use. That is a late game use of gold, is what Don's trying to say, and he's right. But the blocks themselves don't use gold. Honestly, what they need to do, or what I would do, if I was Strange Loop Games, which I'm not. I am not a game designer or developer. Royal cast iron beds. So yeah, I mean, there is a couple things, I guess, right? But generally speaking, you use like no gold for the first 15 days. And all timelines are unique to my server, of course. But pre-electronics use like no gold or almost no gold, and then electronics comes out and you just use a ton of gold over the next 4 or 5 days. Then you go back to using barely using gold again. It's just I don't know. What I would do is I would make paper milling, have a be able to craft like land claim papers, except they're extremely expensive. And like maybe you can only craft so many per day or something, but have them use gold, right? Like have like a I don't know. I don't know how you'd make them use gold, like gold ink somehow or something. But that would be one use of gold, right? But you have to make them super expensive or limited in some way, otherwise the entire world would be covered with claim papers, right? There is a mod that does that. But yeah, well, just in general, they need to make the paper milling skill and cutting edge cooking skill actually do something. Right now, it's just confusing for players. Like I've had people in the past. Well, Bori one time. I don't know if Bori is actually listening, but Bori took paper milling because he thought it was a legitimate skill, and it wasn't. I think I actually added paper to the government stores for Bori so that Bori actually had a way to make money that run. That was like server 5, I think. It was a while ago anyway. But I have no idea how high on the Strange Loops priority list that stuff is. Maybe not that high. I have no idea. Server 5. Server 5 was a good server. Server 5 and 6 were really good. And then I got a bit burnt out after those. But it's funny because those two servers had probably the most people I've ever had too. And like people like Katie came server 3, 4. Server 4 was Katie's first server. Like Axel's first was server 3. Manny's first was server 2. Josh and Rose first was server 1. But the vast majority of you folks, with some exceptions, came on server 5 or 6, right? And like there was a few on 7, a few on 8. Like Skull, I think server 8 or 7. I'm trying to. Server 8 was your first one, Skull, I think. But yeah, server 5 or 6 were kind of the high points. Someone, oh, I'm craving top porridge. Well, I do not have any top porridge on me, so that craving will have to go unsatisfied. You watched 7, played 8. All right, nice, yeah. So I was thinking that I remember you on 8 for sure. You were on the desert there, right on the coast. You had your oil set up there. I remember that. Wait, I think it was desert, right? It was the government store that Axel built. I remember that with like the trees on the inside of the government store. And Flyboy was your neighbor, or Fly? That's his name, right? Where's he at? He hasn't been around for a couple of servers. He was on like 7 and 8. I haven't seen him in a while though. Occasionally I have a good memory for stuff, but not often. Yeah, I hope in addition to the boats, I hope part of that update is they make the fishing better. I really hope they make the fishing better. Oh, that yeah. El Tozo, Sully, Republic Raider. Um, oh, I forget Sully's wife's name. And oh, what was the other player's name? Slide Ice and anyway. Yeah, season 6 was your first one, I think. Calorie, you and Don and Philosopher King and Lord Frost and the one other player whose name escapes me that I think only played on that one server. I can't remember. I don't even remember what the disagreement was, but I remember there was a disagreement. There was something we did that that player didn't like. I don't remember their name. The horrible Tower of Lag, yeah. So for anybody who wasn't around for season 7 or 8, that group, they right from day one, they made a giant, well, four. It was four giant towers. But yeah, it caused lag issues and some economy issues. But like El Tozo's still around from there. So I don't know why Sully moved on. It's like obviously there was a that was a server where I decided that no big groups were a bad idea. We've had no big groups since, and it was nothing personal against any of those people because like Republic Raider and Sully and El Tozo, I have nothing like I like all of them. Yeah, Sully silently just like because he played on the Arc server, and I don't remember there being an issue with Sully. Night Ishmael. Um, yeah, I don't remember there being an issue. And then one day I checked my Patreon, and he had on Patreon, whatever the word is, unsubbed, I guess, which is fine. Um, and then like I was like, ah, well, I'm here. I might as well clean up the patron channel in the Discord. And he wasn't even in the Discord anymore. He had left the Discord as well. I don't know if I did something to tick him off on Arc, or he just decided to move on, or he deleted his Discord. I don't know. And I don't know if you're watching Altozo, but maybe you know why. If you are watching Altozo or Sully, and you can PM me about it, because I don't know. I don't like it when people I don't mind when people come off the Patreon. That's fine. But I don't like it when people just leave the community altogether, right? Hey, Xandra, how are you on this fine evening? Evening stream. You can thank Mother Nature for the evening stream. Because I had to shovel out my father so he could get to a doctor's appointment this afternoon. I couldn't stream this afternoon. Oh, yeah. Just a second. We got a text. Yeah, there's gonna miss the first period of the hockey game. Yeah, Republic Raider was there, but El Tozo was definitely there. Um, I remember Republic Raider a bit in the first few days of the Arc server, but I don't know how much he played. I don't know if Republic Raider or whatever. I never know whether to shorten it to Republic or Raider. I don't think he played long term, whereas El Tozo was there for like the whole thing. Like they had the really good bred Argies. I remember Sully saying it was El Tozo that bred them. You're not looking for basalt, are you, Punch? No, you just want stuff that you can potentially turn into sand, which is fine. I figured there'd be people that would be happy about the evening stream, right? Because they wouldn't be working. But obviously, people in Europe, it's coming up on midnight in the UK, and like 1 or 2 in the rest of Europe right now, right? So, yeah, that's why I generally don't stream in the evening a whole lot, because it's not good for my European viewers, which I have a lot of. Yeah, really amazing tames. Purple did too. Yeah, Purple lived in that Helm's Deep area, which was pretty nice. Kitty woke up early, thinking streams at 9 her time, only to see he wasn't streaming, so he went back to sleep. Hey, yeah, I get it. I should have known this was going to happen based off the weather. I should have said yesterday, hey, I'm probably not going to be streaming normal time. Yeah. Also, people can expect in the next couple of days a video about the future of my channel. It's not bad news. I'm not quitting or anything. Just there's gonna be some changes coming to my channel. I'm gonna try to have it. I'll have it up for the patrons probably tomorrow, then for everybody else the day after that. Um, some of you already know. Some of you, I've talked to you privately with some of you about it, and for most of you, it's not going to affect anything. No, I'm not leaving. Cowrie gave pipes to Xandra. No comment. Further comment required. Europe represent. What up? Ligoria? Ligoria? I'm going to say. Sorry if I said it wrong. No, I for whatever reason, I do well in Europe. Like Norway in particular, like I can tell because of Patreon, like I have like 3 Patreons in Norway from Norway, which is crazy, right? Like Norway's not even a big country, but I seem to do really well in Norway. Yeah, that Twitch integration, and I'm assuming it's going to be just Twitch and not YouTube. Maybe I'll stream on Twitch occasionally if the integration is really cool. For anybody who doesn't know what Calorie's talking about, part of update 10 is like there's an app, I think, or I don't know. Basically, you can have like your audience vote on laws on your server or something on Twitch, which just seems like a terrible idea because like Twitch chat, is known to have a few trolls in it. I'm not sure I want Twitch chat deciding the laws on my server. You know what I mean? I said it's not bad news. Did I not? I guess no. I was thinking I had posted about it in the admin chat. I guess I had. I will put a quick post in the admin chat after I'm done streaming, Kitty, about what it is. I guess I could just announce it now, but I want to do it. I want to do the video right because the video is as much about why I'm making the change as what the change is going to be. The suspense is killing people. Hey, man, I got to hype up the video so that people are ready to watch it. Oh, hey, we got a bot. We got a bot. Are you tired of being alone? We'll help you. Look, bot, I'm not always thrilled with the fact that I'm alone, but if it really bothered me that much, I would help myself. Don't worry about it. Wait, you were a bad Katie again. What'd you do, Katie? I'll just say this regarding the change. If you're here for eco, you're probably going to like the change. Some of my other viewers might not like it so much. I'll just leave it at that. No, Kitty, it's nothing bad. Again, I will post in the admin, the eco admin channel. You've got more anxiety about your DD&D game tonight where I casted a spell and may have killed all my party, so this is fine. Now I feel it. Now I just want to tell everybody what the change is. No, shouldn't have said anything. For most of you folks, it won't matter. No, don't worry about it, Kitty. You'll once I tell you what it is, you'll be like, oh, okay. It's fine. Okay, so where well, they still didn't completely fix the disappearing blocks issue, I see. It's better than it was last server, though. Booch will be mainstreamer for Ego, get paid from the Ego dev thing. I wish, Punch. Well, it was funny when when I saw their post about the Twitch integration coming in update 10, and they said our streamers are a big part of our community, and I was like, wait, do any streamers like does Eco even do well on Twitch? So I actually went over to Twitch, and there was like 1,000 people watching Eco, and it was like this modded server where they were all like role playing or something. It was crazy. You can pay with more than gratitude. Well, it's like, what am I gonna do? Give you your Patreon money back? But yeah, so there is people streaming Eco on Twitch, I guess is what I'm trying to say, but they're not playing Eco the same way I'm playing Eco. It's like it's like they're role playing. I don't know. It was weird. I mean, they were playing Eco, but they weren't playing Eco the same way that I was playing Eco. You know what I mean? So I was thinking to myself, I was like, Twitch integration. Now, you know, I know I have guides and stuff, but my streams don't get a whole lot of people. Whereas like that partially royal guy, like his eco streams got a ton of people. Those were on YouTube. I was thinking like, is there a big Twitch streamer that sometimes does eco that I don't know about? Is what I was thinking. But apparently there is a community of eco role players or something. You put on your robe and wizard hat. Making a commercial. I'm one of the most active eco player streamers, so that figures where else do good in Europe. Yeah, so I guess eco just appeals to European sensibilities. Like, oh hey, Uno being unostentatious. So yeah, sorry I couldn't chat with you when you. So for anybody who doesn't know, I'm assuming you don't mind if I share our conversation from earlier in the chat. Oh, Kitty got. I think I'm our buy you a tea, or I make a Patreon just for you to sub and pay me back. You've noticed it more with invisible missing textures with trees. Yeah, the trees were really bad. Um, I'm 45. I think um, Uno there is about the same age. So he asked me. I'm assuming you're he. If you're not, I apologize. He asked me if I played EQ1 or any muds, and I replied no. Well, I technically played a bit of EQ1. My real life friend Mike, who's in the Discord as Mike. This is like Mike 70 something, Mike 71, I think's his name in Discord. A few of you would have played New World with him there when we were doing New World last month. Anyway, he got me to play EQ1 with him a little bit. Like he dragged me through a couple early zones. Like I remember Blackborough and like Paludal Caverns. I don't know how to say it. Maybe Unrest, or I can't remember them all. Anyway, he dragged me to a few, but I had a fairly busy social life at that time, so I didn't really have time to play. So my first real MMO was EverQuest 2, as we've talked about EQ2 here before a couple times, because it just happened that EQ2 came out in the fall, and a few of my friends went back to university that fall. A couple of my friends moved out west, out to Alberta, to work in the oil fields just for like the winter or whatever. But all of a sudden, my social calendar was a lot more open. So I started playing EQ2, and I played thousands and thousands of hours of EQ2. You forgot about New World? Yeah, you didn't get too far, huh, Kitty? Your schedule was working against you. I felt like when we were playing New World, we never really got to do anything together, which is too bad. You saw that streamer. I played Rock with him a long time ago. He managed to turn everything into RP. Gassy Mexican also plays quite a lot of Eco with hundreds of viewers. Okay, that's good. I didn't know. I just. It's funny though. Like, if a truly big streamer, like, let's say like Asmongold or Co Carnage, I feel like Co Carnage would be more likely to play Eco than Asmongold. Like if a really big streamer picked up eco, I'd notice something was going on because my eco guides and stuff, the views would go up. Because stuff like that has happened in the past. RuneScape was yours. You mudded nonstop from 2000 to 2012 alongside EQ1. Oh, like when you said you mudded, I assumed that was like a thing in the 90s because like by the time 2000 rolled around, muds weren't really. And well, I mean, I'm talking like I know, but New World was also kind of bad. Well, we played New World just a couple months ago. We came back to it. I had fun, but we kind of, I don't know, a few of us burnt out, and then we had trouble, and I burnt out a bit too. But yeah, I mean, it's look, I'm not gonna. You're allowed to think it's bad. I like some parts of it, and other parts of it I didn't like. You know what I mean? It has its good points and its bad points. Like I really like a lot of the harvesting and crafting, which is big for me when I play MMOs. Yeah, Katie says I was kind of bored of playing by myself in New World. Yeah. Valerie says just text on the screen. Yeah, I never get into muds. Um, just I don't know. I just never did. I didn't gain most of my gaming before EverQuest 2, which came out in 2004, with a couple of exceptions, but most of my gaming before that was console, right? Mostly Nintendo. A lot of couch co-op, you know, N64 or GameCube couch co-op or couch competitive, I guess, too. Calorie says, "I'll let you down in New World." You didn't let me down, but I get what you're saying. You couldn't do it for long. Wow, PSD set in, yeah, and like it was a fun thing to do between eco runs, right? Just something different, basically, right? It is what it is. All right, do I have any top porridge to satisfy this craving? Yeah, I was gonna leave my truck there, but New World would be cool if we could just host our own server. Yeah, the mud you played is still going strong with hundreds of active players. Yeah, well, I guess, yeah, it shows you what I know. Just when I think muds, I think of it as like as a precursor to like the early Ultima Online, EverQuest One, like those earlier MMOs. And I know there was MMOs even before that, like Meridian 99 or Meridian 59. That was um that was an MMO, like an early MMO, right? I think. Is there anything that consumes electric power available already? Wooden lamps and a rolling mill. Yeah. I do have several steam engines for sale. Or did. Yeah, I still do. Anybody needs. EQ1 came out, people were literally up in arms saying they stole EQ ROM mud code base for their game. Yeah, maybe they might have done some. You know, you never know. I should check. Do I have any roads available and or cooking right now? Yeah, I got lots available. Do I have any cooking? Can I put in any cook? No, I am low on crushed. Who has crushed? Punch. Let's. Oh no, I have to go all the way to punches for crushed. It's so far away. I'm curious. I bet if I park my truck right here, I can probably get crushed from punches to my stockpile without even moving my truck. Yeah, truck's not close enough. Yeah, it's funny. I'm always looking for crushed, but and sometimes I have to go hunt cement, but somebody's been really consistently selling me sand. Like I haven't had to go look for sand in a really long time. So um Xander said she did last night. So thank you, and thank you to anybody else who's been selling me sand. Yeah, I'm still not close enough. I gotta cut down this tree though, because it's starting to piss me off. Neverwinter Nights on AOL. Yeah, that'd be 90s, right? Now, to be fair, shockingly, we did not have AOL here in Canada. We just had like I just got we got internet from the telephone company, right? When I was in the late 90s there, or mid late 90s. I was gonna say when I was a kid, but I wasn't really a kid. I was like 20. Legend of the Red Dragon on BBS in the 90s. Giga Nerd. That is not one I'm familiar with. What name? So yeah, I got a lot of junk. I'm gonna have to, yeah, gonna have to get this reinforced concrete going. But I mean, I can move some of this stuff, right? It's the first real MMO you played before EQ1. Yeah. Well, if it predates EQ1, it's pretty old, right? As a general rule. Yeah, this will eat up pretty much all of our sand, though. That's okay. That was our last cam spread, so hopefully we don't crave that. But if we do, we can go buy some more. Hopefully. Hopefully there's some for sale. Yeah, hopefully extra people taking gathering will help with the food. Raw food crop shortage, I guess you could call it. Yeah, basically, like I said, EQ1 was, or EQ2 was basically mine. I don't really count EQ1. I didn't play it enough. And like I remember, like I said, my buddy took me around and I tried the solo stuff. But like I wasn't very good. I didn't know what I was doing. And like, I'd fight something and I'd literally have to like sit and like regenerate like my mana or whatever. And I was like, I can't do this. I need a little more action than this. So that was me in EverQuest 1. 1991, I believe. Holy crap. I wasn't even on the internet. The first time I went on the internet was 1996 at the University of New Brunswick. So I was at university, I was at college. You are a young kitty compared to a lot of the people here. Yeah, I remember it was the first time I went on the internet. I remember. I don't know what I did specifically. I probably looked up like magic card combos or magic card decks. It's probably what I did. Would be my guess. Um, but yeah. And when I got home, a buddy of mine, a magic card playing buddy of mine, got me hooked on Heroes of Might and Magic at university. When I came home, I bought a computer just so I could play Heroes of Might and Magic. And of course, I got on the internet, which would be dial up back then. A couple of years of dial up. God, you young people probably don't remember dial up. Like, you couldn't use your phone and your internet at the same time. Of course, kids nowadays are like, don't even have a landline anymore. But imagine a world where there's no cell phones and you can't use the only phone in the house if somebody's on the internet. Right? Like, man. I don't know. Have I ever told the story about one time we collectively, like me and my roommates, we used the internet so much that we got a second phone number, and the phone number was really close to the number of one of the cab companies in town. Did I ever tell that story on stream or anything? Basically, like the cab company number was 44232, and our number that we didn't use ever except to go on the internet was 4332 with the same, preceding three numbers, but I'm not going to say that because, doxing or whatever. So like occasionally, like we still had a phone hooked into it, but like nobody ever called, but it was just nice. It was in my room in case I wanted to make an outgoing call, right? If nobody was on the internet, I could, but never failed almost every weekend, either Friday or Saturday night, right? We get a call from some drunk guy or girl, Oh, can you pick me up at blah 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 street? Thinking it was the cab number. And the name of the cab company was Courtesy Cab, right? And my roommate's name was Curtis, and his last name started with E. So his name was Curtis E. So one weekend, well, he wasn't drinking. We were just waiting for the wrong number to come through, and it did. And he went and he picked them up, and he said he was Curtis E. Cab, like his name. Oh, yeah, that was fun. I'm sure we could have gotten in trouble for that, right? It'd be like an unlicensed cab driver or whatever. How many of the gals did you pick up? Well, that's the one time it was almost never a girl for whatever reason. It was almost always a guy. Like not I mean, we only lived at that house for like 6 months. It probably happened 10 to 15 times. Like it wasn't even every weekend. But yeah, no, we actually went. We went and picked, or he did. I didn't go. He went and picked up the person and took them wherever they wanted to go. Once they didn't even question it. He was just like, "I'm your cab," because like they don't have paint on their cabs or anything. They just have the little thing on top. And he just said his was broke or whatever, and said he was the cab. And they hopped in, and I mean, you don't care. You're drunk. You just want to go wherever you're trying to go, right? Anyway, I always think back. I look back on those times fondly. But yeah, we had two phone lines because we were on the internet so much. Although that I believe was the last time I had dial up. I think when I moved out of that house, they had they had DSL. Got one. Okay, what's BBI? What's BBI? Be back in a bit. Be back in a bit. Back. Let's be back in a bit, right? Yeah. Hey Zan. All right. So who's getting sick of watching me mine rocks? Wants me to do something more exciting. Anybody? I probably should. I've done it enough. Acronym lessons with Grandpa. Yep, pretty much. Hey, I figured that one out. See, I would use BBL, right? Be back later for that. But I was pretty sure, like, I looked at, I was like, I've seen that one before, but I can't think of what it is. And then it came to me. So, yeah. You know what's scary? You want to see me attempt to build something other than a box. Well, the problem is, I mean, look, what long term, like probably sometime in a week or two, I'm going to attempt to build a house, but we are going to attempt to build a house together. But that it'll be at a like composite in Ashlar, right? I could work on my workshop right now, but the workshop needs to be functional, right? Like it needs to be a box. Blocks are square. Boxes are buildable. Why I don't know why I'm hey, somebody gave me a gift of gold bars. Or one gold bar? Okay, I'll take it. I mean, I'm gonna use it eventually. It's not right away. Why do I have dirt in my stockpile? Sandstone. Have any dirt or sandstone here? That junk. Do have I do have a shop cart, a wood shop cart. I probably should get another wood shop cart in case anybody wants one. Oh, I need to make a wood cart for that. So let's make a couple of wood carts. Rico must be using wood carts like to like daisy chain storage or something because he keeps asking me for more wood carts and he always buys them. Kid, you should be playing instead. I'm sitting at my desk just watching Luch. Sorry to distract you. What do you want copper wire for? Hey, let me guess. Don't tell me. Wall lamp? No. Another plug, Kitty says. Don't forget about the farmer's market, people. I'm going to go look at the farmer's market. Does anybody have any shop carts there yet? Can't play and watch. Your PC might explode. Big potato. Look at this claim. Look at what claim? Sorry? Setting up the electronics. And if I get bulbs, I can make some lights. Okay. The carb table. Oh, you can make lights as a carpenter? Or are you going electronics? Oh, no, right here. Yeah, wooden ceiling light. Okay. Copper wiring, lumber, light bulb. If you want light bulbs, I'm not sure if it's still the case. You can ask him. Yeah, Punch has light bulbs queued. So, like, if you sell some of that copper wire to Punch, he will turn it into light bulbs automatically. And I'll make more copper wire. Oh, you are going electronics. Okay. Oh, his. Yeah, look at his claim. Yeah, yeah. I will. Here, just give me a sec. We need vitamins. Vegetable medley it is. Which claim? This one or this one? Oh, yeah, look at them all. Yeah, he must be using them for storage. I know Punch was using them for storage until he got his stockpiles situation situated. He made the electronics bars and oil store already. Workshop space is set. Nice. So yeah, so you're gonna need to buy a lot of stuff from me then down the road, which I will try to keep stock of. Well, mostly mechanic stuff. It's not even industry. If you're going electronics. Wait, where was I going? I was gonna do something. What are we gonna do? Oh, I was yeah, no, never mind. I was thinking I had a claim to go look at. All right, so I said I didn't want to do a world tour and I don't, but I do want to go point out one. Here's one new property. You need screws when new skills came out. Iron screws, like just normal screws. Yeah, I'll yes, I saw that. I saw that the other day when I was looking at recipes. Yeah, screws are super easy to make. They're like a quarter of a bar for one. Quarter of a bar or an eighth of a bar. Like they're really cheap. Yeah, they're an eighth of an iron bar for one screw, right? And you can make them pretty quickly. Yeah, you need them for, yeah, some of this furniture, some of this composite furniture. Yeah, so I'll get these up for sale sometime over the next day or two, or I'll try. They'll be cheap. They'll be like 15 cents each. Yeah, like 15 cents each or so. Maybe 17. I don't know. Anyway, there's a new build down this main road I just want to go show because it went up like super fast. Like, not that I'm down this road all the time, but I'm down this road a fair bit. And I went down and, then I went down again later and I was like, where did this come from? Actually, well, this is new. Speaking of new builds. Oh, Bitcosdale. Hey, Bitco. Bitco's new place. That's not what I was referring to. But that is a cool little house. We're referring to is down a little further. It is a Tarudin build. Wait, is there a road going that way? Oh yeah, it comes down here and goes here. You think I'd know that? I made the road districts. I should know where all the road districts are. Everyone but Kitty has good builds this run. Oh, Luch doesn't have good build. Your builds are fine, Kitty. Kitty, you got enough going on right now. Don't worry about it. Oh, shout out to Phil. Phil, we love you, but we also hate you. Just saying. I'd also like to point out Phil lives near me, like relatively close to me compared to most people in Canada, in Eastern Canada. Um, Phil left for Jamaica, and then we immediately got the biggest snowstorm of the year. So I'm blaming that on Phil. As soon as he left, boom, snow. Jerk, Phil. Anyway, here's a new build. Nope, over there. That's Phil's. Sorry. This is Phil's. This is the new build. And this just popped up. Like, I don't know, maybe this is Tarudin's. Maybe he was working on it. But one day I drove down this road, it wasn't here. The next day I drove by and I was like, where did this come from? Showroom upstairs. Which I'm assuming the showroom is like, correct me if I'm wrong. But the showroom is only a placeholder for when he gets composites, right? Like, I don't know. I don't think Tarudin's watching. I haven't seen him in chat. But that's my assumption. Is it's a placeholder. Like, he's going to replace this with composite fur once he gets composites. I assume, right? Oh, I want to. Okay, I'm gonna. Kitty, was it you, Kitty? Who was it the other day that I mentioned that composite palm? Yeah, dice logs, exactly. I mentioned the composite palm had a unique like look, unique grain. I can't remember who it was. Somebody was like not aware of that. Was it you, Kitty, or was it somebody else? Xandra? Maybe it was Xandra. I mentioned it in season 6. I mean, I can show it here as long as you said it to me a long time ago. No, but I just said it like last stream, and somebody was like, "Oh, really? I didn't know that had a different look." Season 6, I noticed it for the first time. Yes, that sounds right. Okay, so what do I got to type to just get composite oak lumber? Oh, I typoed give. And I know I said I want to show palm, but I want to show oak just as an alternative, right? Because like people don't like the way the walls look, right? Because they all just have this either vertical or horizontal stripes on them, right? If you don't put the number 1, it defaults to 1. Just FYI, you don't need to put that. That's what the palm looks like. Every other one looks exactly like this, just a different shade, right? Whereas the palm, for whatever reason, has completely different, like completely different grain, I guess you'd call it, right? So it's at least unique. So if when I get around to making my beach house this run, I'm gonna use composite palm probably and some kind of ashlar mixed. All right, so nobody gets mad. I'm using them in commands. Let's send those to the nether realm. It's a different texture for sure. Yeah. Oh yeah, I like it. I mean, I think part of the reason why I like it is just because it's different, whereas the rest of them are all the same. Can you get in the middle floor? I'm assuming there's a door somewhere. No, it's just storage. Okay. Not much to see there. It's just storage. Oh, looks like there's some beats coming up here soon, folks. Next time Wired Orange gets on. Actually, those don't look like they're ready, right? Orange's not ready, for sure. By the way, did I tell you I finally got your basement mined out for the 4? I know that feeling well, though, Kitty. It's a satisfying feeling when you finally get it done. And you're like, I don't have to mine out space for my LLS anymore, right? It's satisfying. Oh, does anybody have any corrugated steel? I know, like Don said, he wasn't gonna make it because it's more expensive than reinforced, and I understand, I get that. I would just like to get like even. Oh, that rabbit just had a bad day, just up and croaked. Think they were playing this morning, guys, so they'll probably be ready tomorrow morning. Think. Trying to think, is wired orange in Australia? No, maybe Flex Flight Masters in Australia for sure. Is wired orange also in Australia? I don't know. I try to keep track of all, but it's hard. There's so many people. Sorry, sorry, wired orange. I don't know where you're from. Ooh, little leg spike. Ooh, while I think of it, I have updated the patron list. There's a couple of new things. Kitty, I might have to shorten yours. It's hard to format, Kitty, because yours is so long. But there's a couple names gone here and several new names on it. So thank you, everyone, new and old patrons alike. I would, Don. I would like a large store for the new workshop for sure. Do not disrespect the goddess of darkness. I know, but like if I put sorry, Elser. If I put just Kitty, people would know who it was, right? 50 loonies is fine. I can pay 50 loonies. Let me put a buy order. Wanted, dead or alive. All right, sorry. I don't know why I was singing. I just got demonetized probably. 50. 50 bones. Just one. Actually, I'll probably take at least two. All right, no, I'll leave it. I'll leave it, Kitty. Just it's just because stealth is also one of the longer names, right? So it kind of bleeds into stealth's name a little bit. I also want to shout out. Um, I want you can make the text smaller. I know I can, but I want it to fill the whole screen, right? Like I want to shout out Caldorn on that list. People are probably like, "Who's Caldorn?" Listen, they were one of my first ever patrons. I sent them a message saying, "What's your name on my Discord so I can add you to the patron channel?" They never got back to me. I have no idea who it is. Put a line break before and after so she gets a whole row. Yeah, so I have no idea who Caldorn even is, but they were one of my first patrons and they're still a patron. And every time I look at my patron lists, I'm like, oh yeah, Caldorn. Who's Caldorn? If you're out there, Caldorn, I appreciate you. And if you use Discord, let me know what your name is, and I'll add you to the patron channel on the Discord. So Punch says I need to make a bunch of heat sinks. This is the radiators. Radiators are used in. Okay, now I do need to do this, but not till like Sunday when we get electronics. None of this stuff is all electronics. But yeah, I mean, Punch is right. I should get ahead of this, right? I should try to get in front of it. It's just not as much of a priority as I thought. I'll leave it. I'll find a way to make it work, Kitty. Find a way to make it work. Yeah, does anybody else have a new build that I should check out? Ooh, maybe I should go talk about the new roadway up by your place, back and forth. You make your own special page. And I do want to take this opportunity to shout out my admin team because they are also patrons. So not only do I not pay my eco admins, but they pay me. So that'd be Kitty, Sandra, Sandman, Axel, and then Edible and Encrypted, but they're not playing this run. So shout out to them. Patreon, eco admin page with yeah, I could do that, Kitty. I just like to have everybody in one place. Back and forth. Just remodeled my kitchen. The gazebo is done. Is the gazebo the thing over the road, calorie, or something else? Let's just think of a way to make it look better. All right. Well, I'm headed your way here, back and forth. I just want to show the road, the new road thing. So this crossroads right here. It's funny how you can't. Sometimes it doesn't let you drag the map if you're driving. This road is way higher than this road, so it was ramp and a tunnel. But what we did is we districted out. We made the district wider so that the on slash off ramp, whatever you want to call them, what's with the black spots? Is that all coal? That must be coal storage, right? Because it's only no, that might be coal, I guess. Do we think that's coal? Yeah, it's coal. Okay. So yeah, so now the tunnel is a full 15 wide, and we got roads on either side, up or down. So if it makes it easier for you, kitties, just fine. Just make it purple. Now I do want to point out it's these colors because those are the colors like in my logo, right? Because those are the Bruins colors, black and gold. Oh wow, you did remodel your kitchen back and forth. Did you ever? Oh, so I guess the cooks will be able to do something with advanced cooking before uh without industry because they can do this stuff. But there's also the stove, right? Which I make. I will have stoves on Thursday as soon as possible. Yeah, once you get that research up, Kitty, like if you can get that research up sometime tonight, so like if it's there when I wake up in the morning, I'll get started on the parts of it that I have to do, or unless Bori or Rico want to help with it too. But I will make that my priority tomorrow. Well, that and my workshop. That looks great. I love the vases. Vases, nice. And this counts as a room, eh? I'm kind of surprised. Wait, does it count as a room? I mean, obviously, or yeah, like, but each one's a room. I would have thought this was too much. After the stream, you log on, start. No rush. Just like I said, I'd like to get started on it tomorrow, but you know, that's like my alarm will be going off approximately 12 hours from now, and then I got to snooze twice, and then I'll lay in bed and scroll through Reddit for half an hour, and you know how it goes. Think of it as a too high window. Oh, I guess yeah, too highs are fair. Oh, because of the thing at the top, because that's really coming down to the end of this block, right? So yeah, because windows 1 by 2 or 2 by 1 windows. Yeah, what is there like 6 things? There's advanced cooking, advanced baking, oil drilling, industry, composites, advanced carpentry, right? Is there more? Electronics and cutting edge cooking aren't until the weekend. Sneaky, sneaky, like the Wendy Shack. Welcome back, Xandra. Oh, was it you, Xandra, who the other night told me they didn't know that composite palm had a different grain or a different look compared to the other composites? Because if it was, I didn't. I showed it. I showed what it looked like. What's going on over here? Are you using witchcraft? Did you use Wingardium? Wingardium Leviosa. Stop. Well then. All right. Oh, I should bring my seed. Do anybody do people actually come take the seeds? What are these? What is saxifrage? Okay, like I'm just being serious for a minute. I played Eco for I played Eco for 1,710 hours. I'm supposed to be I'm supposed to be a person who makes guides for Eco. Oh, farmers market. I'm supposed to go to the farmers market. I do not know what saxifrage is, nor have I ever seen saxifrage. I'm still new. Yeah, apparently. And actually, I don't. Arctic willow. Okay. Trillium. Are these just like Are these just like the weeds that you get plant fiber from? Dwarf willow. I guess you've been, yeah, it must be because right, 'cause you're the tailor, so you spend a lot of time going for plant fibers, right? They're grasses, yeah. Okay. Look at okay. Okay, hold up. Kitty said, look at all those games. Okay, I want to point out, yeah, I have a bunch of games here. This is only the games that I have installed. Yeah, yeah. I buy games when they're on sale and then I never play them. Hey, Dor, put it in a pot. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Ooh, what we got going on here? Whose platform is this? Just stop right in the middle of the road, Luch. Everything is fine. Oh, it's Flex's home. There you go. Yeah, I mean, half of those games I probably never even played, honestly. Let's go this way to the farmer's market. Oh, and I want to swing by Thorgrim's pub too when I'm there, when I'm going this way. And also, I believe last stream I went right by DeBloke's place and didn't even like. I think I went by here last tour and I showed Jasper and Dr. Old Cole's place and did not show DeBloke's. And who made this, by the way? Because this is not unclaimed land. I like it. Whoever did. I'm just curious. Because that's not, I mean, that's not a small amount of mortar stone. Excuse me, right? That's Jasper built. Nice, Jasper. I like this bridge too. Well, somebody else went with the alternating wheel directions, I see. First streamer you want to watch on YouTube. You used to watch a ton on Twitch, so I need your real name, I guess. There you go, Uno. I'm used to it. A lot of people have different names on YouTube and Twitch. Although Kitty changed hers, but Icon has movies as Xandra. Oh, you made the bridge to match it. Nice. Stealth looks like has continually worked on his place. Yeah, Thorgrim's Pub. When I was showing this last time, a snug apparently in traditional European pubs or whatever, or English pubs or Irish pubs. I forget exactly what he said, but in the traditional pubs, a snug is like a small private room. Um, so this here is so you can get served alcohol privately. It's more expensive, obviously, but it's a private room. That's what a snug is. And I'm sure other people are probably like, well, yeah, obviously, but I didn't know. So that's what a snug is. So I was hella confused last time. There's Stealth. Busy making roads. Yeah, this road's come a long way. I remember when you could barely even fit through here because of all the trees. I am also planning to make a cool tunnel at some point this run. But we'll see. That'll be, That'll be once electronics is out and that settles down, then I'll have the time. I should probably show the pyramid while I'm here. Simon, Ubuntu, and I forget their friend's name. I remember the Cold Soul. Who was that? Um, that's the thing. Some people log in. Hilbert, Simon, Ubuntu, and Hilbert made this pyramid the other day. It's pretty crazy. Need to build a Hilbert. Yes, Kitty. You need to build a shrine or temple for yourself to run with a throne. Queen Kitty. What's going on here? Oh, is this like intentionally jacked up? Get under there and work on it? Looks like that axle needs some work. That's not my truck. This is my truck. Goddess, not queen. Oh, sorry. I upset the goddess. Trees grow back quick. Every morning I have to go around getting taxed for cutting saplings down. Well, you get taxed for saplings? I might have to adjust the law then. Wonder if I can make it not include saplings. Because you don't get a stump, right? To cut to get it back. Without a coal to match Her Majesty's dark earth. Ashlar Sale is what I usually. Well, there you go. She wants it dark. After seeing that one, has to build the bar from dusk till dawn in the desert with sandstone. All right, so let's. Okay. Are these trees part of the build, Katie? Because I think I'm going to cut them down. No, I want to check the law thing first. I know I'm going to farmer's market. I know. I already forgot once. I want to see if I can change this law. If chopped tree, if felled, if car can clip on the trees, even on I don't like how my car gets stuck in those branches. I don't know if I can add that. Stealth, yeah, that's kind of crappy that you get taxed. I agree. Um, Currency, I don't think you can. How about I could make it so that you don't get taxed if you cut down a tree in a road district, right? Because I'm assuming it's the one you're is it the ones you're doing? Is it ones on the road specifically that you're doing? It's a trigger that ignores. I mean, we try that stealth. Might help, right? Wait. Yeah, so inside one. No, outside. Outside. There. I had it backwards. That wasn't there. If it's outside the road district, you get taxed. So if it's inside the road district, you shouldn't get taxed. Right? So there's a quick look at the law system for anybody who's curious about it. There's a lot more to it than that, and I do not know. Yeah, I know there is definitely a way to do it, Kitty, because my very first server, and I mean, only Ro and Josh. Like there's other people that are still part of my community, like Purple and Goose and Entropy, but they haven't played Equal in a long time. Anyway, way back in my first server, We were all a bunch of noobs. I don't know if anybody knows this part of the story from first server. We were all a bunch of noobs, except for one guy, or one guy and his brother. We think it was one guy playing two accounts. Not important. Um, yeah. So he was super experienced, right? He had a law in place that you got taxed based off how old the tree was, right? So obviously it's possible because like basically I can't remember exactly how it worked, but it was how much you get taxed depended on how old the tree was. It was to prevent. I can't remember. Can't remember exactly how it worked. Okay, so we got one cart in the farmers market. Oh, we got a future farmers market clothes shop. Yeah, I think stealth. What Katie said, if it's young enough, you can just dig the dirt. That's right too. But I mean, so do we want to tamp this all down, Katie, or do we want all this tomatoes and stuff still in here? So what this is, it's farmers market. It's intended to have people bring a shop cart and have a bunch of shop carts here. This is the plan. It's not much space for clothes. Yeah. Yeah, the shop carts have a lot of space. It's up to the community. Right. Okay. So do we want to open it soon then? Yeah, see, the thing is, if we do that, Xandra, everybody's going to want to claim, right? And I mean, I'm okay with it, with people putting a claim down. I'm wondering, let me take another peek at this. Are people interested in the laws and government stuff? Like, is this something I should make another video on? Like, let's see. Where's the conditions thing? So basically, let's talk about this. So this law, whenever you chop down a tree, if the tree is felled, meaning the last swing of the axe, you get taxed 50 cents, right? And then when you chop a stump and the stump is destroyed, you get paid 50 cents. So you get the money back, right? Plus you get paid for cleaning up tree debris. So you, generally speaking, come out ahead when you cut down a tree. Except if, like stealth, you're cutting down a sapling that doesn't leave a stump. You're getting taxed but not paid, right? Maybe one claim max. Yeah, we could district it out, and maybe I can make a law that limits claims to one. I'm not sure how, but I'm sure I could figure it out. All right, so like test a set of conditions. If if yeah, well, what I don't know. I don't know how this set of conditions thing works. You could bury them underground. Yeah, I mean it's just a lot of people would be like that. So yeah, you won't get taxed if it's on a road district anymore. Still, um, because there was one time I forgot to put this destroyed clause into this law. So basically, every time anybody chopped a stump, like just hit it with the axe, like not even when it was destroyed, they'd get paid. Somebody pointed it out to me before the government went broke, but yeah, that wasn't good. You're clearing them once on the road, digging is a good idea. Not an issue if it can't be dug, as we'll leave a stump. Yeah. All right. Well, good enough then. All right. I didn't actually change anything, so we remove that. Okay. Um, people want it bigger, it can be bigger, so people can claim. Just know there's a wall barrier. Wood carts would work, so that's fine. There we go. That okay? Yeah, that's not new. I don't think. All right, let's go home. Found a tiny oversight. Yeah, it's definitely possible that I'll overlook. Like I said, I've overlooked things before. What is it, Don? Especially because when I write the laws now, I'm not super focused. Should have prevent if can't pay. So So basically, if you don't have any money, you can't cut down trees. Otherwise, people can chop old redwoods at zero loonies and then get the 100 for cutting down. Yeah, yeah, I see what you're saying. I think for the just the normal stumps, I could probably not put it, but for the redwood law specifically, I agree. That should be changed. So for anybody who doesn't know, the law I just talked about with tree stumps, for redwoods, it's the same except instead of 50 cents, it's $100. Just because we've had issues in the past with people cutting down old growth redwoods and leaving the stumps behind. So this pretty much guarantees, as long as people are aware of the law, that they're not going to leave the redwood stump behind, right? So tax prevent if unable to pay. Yes. That's good. That's good, Don. That you're right. That is an oversight. And people could I'd like to think that the people on my server aren't the type of people to take advantage of stuff like that, but better safe than sorry. It's the same thing as why somebody was asking about stone roads the other night. And if I pick up stone roads to place asphalt, am I really getting any farther ahead? Right, is what they were wondering. Um, and I said, well, as long as you place the stone roads in a road district somewhere else where it needs a shoulder, right, you get that back. But the reason, excuse me, the reason the tax exists is because if this tax wasn't here, somebody, somebody who sucks, but somebody could take Stone Road, place it, get paid, pick it back up, place it, and just do that until they had as much money as they wanted or the government was broke, right? That's why the tax is there. I realize we're getting to the point where, you know, there's parts like by my house where the road is 15 wide stone road and it sucks picking that up to place asphalt and then you got to go find a place of stone road to come out ahead money wise. But that's why the tax is there, right? The tax is necessary. Um, wait, I did make a change there. So let's, right? I added the do not pay or prevent if you can't pay or whatever thing, right? And then I'm using the admin command fin, which finishes an election. It pushes through the vote as a yes. And maybe some server will do an actual government where people actually get the vote. Probably, well, I mean, we'll probably do that once settlements are in. But for now, I am the supreme ruler. Xander says, just the various clothes all think in one slot. Just trying to figure out how you fit it in. Yes, all but one tree can go. Kitty Hall. Okay, which tree needs to stay? Yes, you could do that. If you could place a stone road underneath, and people will like say somebody wanted to place stone roads here, like as pillars, they get paid for it, and I wouldn't be upset about that, right? Just make it so that just put pillars here. Don't stuff this area with stone roads. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. One closest. Okay, so this tree needs to stay. I should check out your road slash wall. Okay, let me go. Get back in the truck. That whole thing up to you with Stone Road. I've been repurposing for your builds. Okay. Oh, I forgot that you can crush stone roads now too. Yeah, but the way the road payouts work on this server, crushing stone roads doesn't make sense. You shouldn't do it. And if we get to the point where like all the road districts have the shoulders and the middle part in, and there's still stone roads out there, like that have been placed, I can I can make the government stores buy stone roads. Is this your wall, Kitty? Stuff it with stone roads and cover the outside with dirt. Don't give them ideas. I'm assuming this is yeah. Oh, I like it. Oh yeah, you've been busy. This is granite, mortared granite, I assume. Oop, I fell. I still remember way back on server 5. I don't know if anybody remembers Molly Saw. Molly. They were a smelter. They had this giant area right on day one. They claimed this big area, and they immediately flattened it and tamped all of it down, so it all looked like this, including like the walls. And then they made that their whole smelting area. I thought it looked pretty cool, especially like for a smelting area, because it was very like it fit. It looked like a like a smelting area would. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. You remember? No, I think you're thinking of somebody else, Xander. They only played on that one server, and I know you started on 6, didn't you, Xandra? You're thinking of Molybdane, I think. We had 2 Mollies on that one server. Actually, that Molly Saw person didn't even play all server 5. Because I mean, you might, if I don't know if you watch my streams or videos from them, maybe you remember Molly Saw. They didn't even play the whole run. Lost Ark came out middle of server 5, and we lost a couple people, including Molly Saw, to Lost Ark. I think it was Lost Ark. Something came out. I'm pretty sure it was Lost Ark. But we lost a couple of people to Lost Ark that run, which is fine. Again, don't feel obligated. If you're getting burnt out on Eco and there's a new game coming out and you want to play, go play the other game. Eco and my servers will be here, when you're ready to play again. It's fine. I'm not going to hold it against anybody. Life happens, right? Yeah, I worked on this road a little bit last night. Wait, was it there or here? Yeah, it was over there, I think. It was over in front of Lazy Sammy's place, I think. Yeah, we had 2 Mollies on server 5. Molly Saw and Molybdane. Yeah, had the cool stamped area with the store. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Their store was in a tower, and you had to climb a bunch of ladders to get to the store. God, I hated that. I still don't like ladders in this game. Excuse me. If I can avoid ladders, I do. They kind of suck. Oh, I think I got some roads for sale. Possibly. Roads for sale. I mean, if it gets to the point where I have too many roads, I can just go place them myself, right? I've been trying to avoid placing the roads because I feel like it's almost like double dipping because I make the money on people buying my roads. So I haven't done a lot of road placing myself this run. Just a lot of road, building. It's funny, I played Lost Ark and New World, and I may have way fonder memories of New World, but no intentions to play either again. And that's fair. Oh, the gazebo. Yes, sorry, Cal. And again, I'm assuming, is this the gazebo or is this something else? Like, what is the gazebo? I'm assuming this isn't the. Is this? I don't know. Where? Okay, if this isn't the in here. Okay. I don't know. I'm not jumping. I'm scared I'm gonna fall through. When the elevator isn't yours, I find it can be a little rude. Oh, here's a gazebo. Oh, nice. I bet the view is cracking up here. Oh, out this way, especially. I got to raise my view distance for this. Crank it up. I can't stay here, but I can go here for a bit. Oh, still not. Yeah, it's still a hell of a view. Yeah, it's a good view of Dawn's. Your own sign's kind of blocking the view this way. Oh, you can see my windmills and my roads for sale. So this is an intrusive question, but is Cal him? Yes, Cal is definitely him. I hope. I've been in voice chat with Calorie, and he does not sound like he looks in game. He does not sound like he looks in game. I'll just say that. Yeah, to me, like I don't know. I see Calorie. I think Valerie. which is the girl's name. Um, Look at those honkers. Look at the butt and the mom jeans. Anyway, I don't want to be like that. Punch Down, also a girl character, also a boy in real life. Um, yeah, if I see somebody's head, if their avatar is female, I'm gonna think they're female, and vice versa. It's certainly not anything personal. Made this tune for the Mom Jeans Gang. Well, yep, yep, you're rocking it. That cake for Mom Jeans. So yeah, it will be nice having more character creation options in update 10. I feel like there's an awful lot in the update. I hope they don't blow it. I hope it doesn't get delayed till like the summer or whatever. This is the first time you've rolled a female avatar. See, honestly, just the name Calorie, I thought, to me, in my mind, for whatever reason, has like a feminine. I, you know what? I'm just gonna stop talking. I don't want to insult you. I thought you were a girl. I apologize. You're not. Clearly, you were not a girl. Or yeah, like, and even like when they were talking about planned April 3rd test, way just the language they used made me think. Turn red, yeah, probably. Just trying to not be rude. I don't like being mean. Um, yeah, so they're taking on an awful lot. That calorie has an addiction to calories, and one of the cool names to go with the addiction. Yeah, the language they use in the like when they're talking about the update makes it sound like April 3rd, but it could go south, right? Um, you normally play female characters; they look better than dudes. Yeah, like I have a friend, a real life friend, one of the guys I played EverQuest 2 with. Um, Always uses female characters, and asked him why. And, well, if I have to stare at this ass for 1,000 hours, might as well be a girl's ass. I don't know. I've never, but I'm not somebody who cares about character creation. Usually, when I create a character in an MMO, I find a race that gives me a bonus for my class. Right? Night Punch. Yeah, this is gonna end soon anyway. Um, I was playing stream for 2 hours and we're a little past that now. Tarudin's here. Time to end the stream, everybody. Tarudin's here. I showed off your new house, Tarudin, or your new workshop, I guess, or your new store. I guess new store, your store. And I'm assuming the showroom it's meant for composite, and just there isn't composite yet. That's why you have the logs there. I just when I went out, I was like, oh, showroom. I went up and I was like not on stream, but the first time I saw it there the other night or yesterday or today, whenever it was, I was like, oh, cool showroom. And then I was like, oh, it's just wood. But yeah, no, I like I said, when I'm creating a character in a game, I pick a race that gives me some kind of bonus if that's a thing, and then I hit randomize all like 2 or 3 times generally, and and then until I find something that doesn't look terrible, and then I go roll with it. Um, yeah, that's it. Need a poll: asphalt ramps with sidelines or without? Okay, so I don't know if you're in stream blacking out, but God, I wish they just fix them. I wish they just fix them. Like, make it so that the it's the same, right? Like, just why is it so hard? Why can't the ramp have the same lines as the road? Why do they have to have this weird freaking line on it? Like, take in the nature, the greatness of nature, for Zen and quiet contemplation. Words are hard. Like, go to your ramp. Like, I just For anybody who doesn't know, I could probably just go to Xander's Ramp. Oh, this is like the one thing we've never really come to a consensus on, I feel. Instead of just having a single line, like the friggin' normal road, it's this. Like, what is this? Why? 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 I guess if you do the whole wide thing, but then it has the lines there, like. Oh, all right, let's go to Xander's Ramps. Let's go to Xander's Ramps. And I mean, you could argue that the line right under me right now shouldn't be there either, because like, it's kind of like a divided highway. You know what I mean? All right, let's see how Xander does it. They add a model to the game. I mean that's fine. This game is supposed to have models. Yeah, yeah, and no middle line. I guess I don't know. I just wish it would look the same. It's one of my pet peeves. So this is what your vote is, Xander. This is what you like. Use the center stripe line and no sideline. Punch. Go to bed. It's 2 o'clock. They made it to cover both. I mean, yes. Yeah, you can't do a middle on a 10 wide. That's true. Regular no line on the sides. Those boxes are rubbish. I agree. The boxes are rubbish. 100%. But it's the type of thing where, like the normal road, I have a way that I like having it done, right? Um, this is the only 10 wide road in the whole map. Just FYI for anybody that's not aware. Um, like I like the roads to be like this, right? And if somebody does something different, it's not the end of the world. But the ramps, it's all a bunch of bad options. So I just kind of shrug and say whatever. And yeah, and I think Skull might be onto something. They just don't want to make the extra model. But man, you've been in early access for like 6 years now. Like, I don't. You don't like the crosswalks? Well, I'll be honest. I don't love the fact that it's a three-way stop. I feel like it should just be this. The north-south road should have to stop. Not that people actually follow the stop signs. Who am I? Who am I kidding? People ignore the stop signs. So, whatever. All right. Anyway, I'm starting to lose my voice. I kind of want to go watch the Bruins game. Um, I apologize to Truden or anybody else who just got here. But like I said, I do go show your show. I show your showroom, Truden, if you want to rewatch it. Thanks for coming, everybody. I know this is not my usual stream time, but again, I was busy today. I had to help my old man. I had to shovel for him because not allowed to shovel with his heart issues. And we got a lot of snow last night, so I had to do that this afternoon. Couldn't stream. I'm here now. I am hoping to stream Thursday at the normal time, which is when all those new professions hit. So that's going to be a pretty exciting time on the server. So, which will be good because I'll know exactly what I'm doing that day, which will be get industry stuff rolling, get modern upgrade 2s as soon as possible. Oh, is Dawn? Dawn, I don't know if you're still here. I know it's probably late for you because I'm pretty sure Dawn's in Europe too, right? Um, no research, Katie. I will do the research if you don't. Um, have you started making modern upgrade 1s yet? You need you don't need anything from me for that, right? It's modern upgrade 3s, I think. Anyway, I'm just at some point, you know, thinking about it, didn't see a reason for it now. No, you're right. Just try to have some ready. Like honestly, man, if you had like 40 ready for Thursday, like when the scrolls came out, um, no, you're right. You're 100% right. Nobody can use them. Um, or wait, do the rolling mills use them? No, they're still advanced, right? Yeah, so nobody can use them. But if you had like 40 ready on Thursday, they'd be gone by the end of the day. Like, I think. Just throwing it out there. But again, steel bars are needed, rebars needed, reinforced concrete's needed, tools are needed, right? So, oh, at some point I'm going to need steel pipes, but that's thing. I'll need steel pipes and I'll need steel saw blades, right? Because both of the advanced carpentry need steel saw blades, and I think advanced masonry. Yes, both the advanced carpentry and advanced masonry table. Why is it called advanced carpentry? Shouldn't it be called the composites table? Anyway, not important. um, yeah, all these steel saw blades, but that's we got like 36 hours plus. We got 40 hours before we're at that point. So just wanted to mention it to you and to any other smelters that happen to be watching or advanced smelters. Um, yeah, you'll ban me from the library if you mess up the storage. Hey, I will not touch the library as long as the research is started by the when I log in tomorrow morning. You'll try to get 60. And again, if you have like try to have at least 10 or 20 ready for Thursday. Can you give me my Don Chaffee credit back, by the way? You gave me the wrong currency by accident. Now it's listed as a currency in use. Yeah, I think I can. Make a transfer. Don Chaffee credits. Share a personal account to Don personal account. I have how much? I have one. There is your credit back, good sir. All right, so that's gonna be all for tonight. Thanks for coming out, everybody. Um, hit that like button, subscribe. If you're not somebody who's already in the server and you want to join, check out my Discord. Go to the Eco channel. The information is there. We are, a week and a half in, but still a great time to join, in my opinion. You can join. You can level up quick. You can jump in, fill a gap in skills. And honestly, there's been a ton of times where we've had somebody join midway through the run just to kind of get a feel for the server and the people to see if it's a good fit for them. And usually they realize it is, and then they come back on the next server on day one. Anyway, I am, man, I'm dry. Lose my voice. Be good to each other. Have a great day. And I'll see you in the next one.